Well, hello everybody. I hope everyone's doing well. I just want to say happy birthday, Capricorn. We are going into your season. There's a lot going on, We just had the conjunction. Let's see. Saturn, Jupiter going into Aquarius. We're coming up on the solstice. Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. You name it, it's like there's a whole lot of activity going on now. But going into your season, your birthday, I just want to wish all of you the best. May this year bring you everything that you possibly want, Capricorn. That's Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. So what I did is I laid out these cards, and this is mainly for your birthday year. Now, we all have free will. And so I encourage you to take what applies, leave the rest. And if you know your rising or your moon, when those birthday readings, look at those also. Anyhow, Capricorn. Let's see, I started this. What I did is I picked 4 cards. I picked a chakra card, 4 cards, and 3 oracles to get a hue of what you can expect in your birthday season. So this is for the year. So I encourage you to come back periodically and just see or gauge. Maybe doesn't apply now, and maybe you'll see something a little different later on. Ooh, excuse me. I got the hiccups all of a sudden. Well, the first card we have here, like I said, I pulled a chakra card, which is flexibility. And this is in your second chakra. This is about your emotions. How are you feeling, Capricorn? I know everyone is feeling some kind of way, and this 2020 has been like no year anyone probably could have imagined at 2019, going into this year. So with that said, you're being encouraged here to look or think about how you're feeling, your emotions. This is your second chakra, and this basically, let's see, this chakra holds your emotions, as I said, but it basically holds the keys to your relationships, your healthy desires, your karmic patterning, if you can say it, your karmic patterns. And this relates to what we have here: flexibility, your creativity, your inspiration, desires, your appetite. Are your desires being fulfilled? Now we're touching on your emotions now. Do you feel emotionally fulfilled, or what's that sense of community or family or your tribe? Do you really belong to one? What is your emotional intelligence? We're talking about even healthy sexual relationships. With all that said, you could be at this time energetically feeling as if you're getting a lot of different messages, and these messages are basically trying to encourage you to maybe loosen up to some degree, or allowing yourself to be in a more flexible state of mind. Have you been feeling a little rigid lately? Have you been a little, stuck in your ways? Or are you holding on to something that really, at a certain point, it's like, what they say, let it go. So this is something maybe only you could answer. However, I know it would be different for every person, because we all have different things that we may carry. So this is to encourage you to take some time to tune in and really assess what no longer is serving you. This could also mean that you're being rigid maybe with a particular person. Flexibility is available to you, but it's up to you to tap into that. So this is now your birthday season going into next December, January, your season. That this 2020 to end of 2021, you're being encouraged to be a little more flexible. Now, this could be flexible in your emotions, your attitudes, how you see things, how you treat people. So this is basically the hue for the year, which I really think is interesting because when I'm looking at these cards, there's really not too much emotion here. I see you more or less. I'll show you the 4 cards and then we'll get into it. First we have Oba. She's the one who cut off her ear because she was told if she cuts off her ear and makes a soup, she can keep her man. Okay? Then we have air signs. So we're going into air season. We're going into the dawning of the age of Aquarius, which is air. So there's an air element here, or you could be dealing with Gemini, Libra, Sagittarius people, or during those times of the year, those seasons of the year, it could have a great impact on you. We also have Alegba. Alegba is the messenger. If you think about Mercury, Mercury is communications. We think of Alegba. He is the messenger. And then we have the man. The man, it represents your 5 senses, like the star, but he's in reverse. So, what do we have here for you? So, basically, what I see, and this is going to be your hues. You know, like I said, everyone has free will. I'm just reading the cards. You take what you want to take and leave the rest. All right? All right. And, as I was saying, be careful who you listen to. Or in the other instance, be careful what you say about other people. Alright? Now, as I preface, Oba, she all that in a bag of chips, as they say. She's strong, she's smart, she's intelligent, she can hold her own. Whatever she sets out to do, she does well. However, I mean, she was weak and insecure. She was not weak, but emotionally, she was insecure because someone told her that to keep your man, all you have to do is cut off your ear and make some soup. When he came home and saw her with her ear cut off, he was repulsed. He didn't want nothing to do with her. You know? So Capricorn, in the tarot, you're usually associated with the devil, and Capricorn is known as I use. So when we think about this, characteristics, I would say you're more so not really feeling yourself because you allowed your guard to come down. Because when you think about flexibility here, this is dealing with the emotions. You are totally emotionally detached, or you have no emotions at all. And I'm not saying you don't have any emotions at all, like you have no emotions. What I'm saying is, it's like you've lost touch with yourself. This is more like losing touch with yourself. Now, on the other hand, this represents someone who listens to the wrong person. Now, you could be disseminating information because it also came up with this flexibility dealing with relationships. Maybe how you see people. Maybe you took that blade and cut somebody down unjustly. And you can, then was put in reverse. Now you've lost your ear because you didn't use your power wisely. In both situations, you're not using your power wisely because you're not using your emotional intelligence and your discernment. So you could get cut down, or you cutting someone else down. Now this could be coming into your birthday season. This could be something you're handling right now. So right now we have the air, this air element. Air is of the mind. How are you thinking? Or maybe you're thinking too much. Maybe to get into the flow of things, maybe you need to go run, do some cardio, do some yoga, stretch, take you out of yourself. Or maybe there's a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius person that's going to have an impact on your life. Or they are doing these times, I see, regardless if you are in a negative or either way, on this card, are you the one antagonist or the protagonist? Either way, you are going to have to disseminate whatever information that is coming to you, because all this air is information, but you're going to be getting lots of messages, and they're going to be coming swift, they're going to be coming fast, they're going to be coming quick and in a hurry. Now it's up to you how you use this information, because this information that's coming, I mean, you could build someone up or you could tear someone down. It's up to you, because what we have here, the man in reverse, which is the star that's in reverse, this is about lack of trust. You're doubting yourself. You don't feel, maybe you're just feeling, no hope. Or there's that rigid. There's something. It's like if you continue to hold on and trying to control the situations, it's like going down a rabbit hole. There's not going to, I don't see the joy. I don't see the light. I don't see anything really coming, because I'm looking at this. Honestly, what I feel, if something doesn't shift, or if there is no shift, this is going to be affecting your credit. And it could be affecting your money. There's no pentacles here, So maybe some of this is due to some shady deals that can have an impact on your money. So if you got credit that you need to get cleared up, I urge you to clear it up. If you got anything with the IRS, I urge you to clear it up. Whatever you need to do to protect what you have, you need to do it. But the thing is, you're going to have to make sure that you're above board and honest. Nothing deceptive. And we think, like I said, the devil card. It's like you try to hold people in bondage. It only works if it's working for you type of attitude. Or how can this person help me get what I want? There's no emotions. There's nothing emotional here. This is all air. So it's all in your mind, and you need to bring in some emotion to turn this year around. Like I said, right now, the way it looks, it's like staying on the same path, being cold and indifferent and in debt. And now, mind you, there's no pentacles here, and debt doesn't always mean debt with money. Maybe you're in debt to people for favors that they did for you. See, credit is not just credit. Credit is credit. Because you know how people do. You know, you owe me. I did this for you. So what's your credit standing with other folks? That might be something you have to look at. You know, so you cannot express yourself because your mind is rigid, and that could be in the way of standing in the way of your happiness. And that rigidity is, you know, that control. That control. But what I see here is this can be turned around, but like I said, we all have choice. We all have free will. And we're shifting into this age of Aquarius where, yes, it is of the mind. We're coming out that Pisces, that all that emotional. And I can understand that maybe with you, maybe it was too much emotion. That's why, you know, like she tried to hold on to her man. Now, I know none of y'all did that, cut off your ear, but maybe you did cut off your ear because you signed for a giant loan or something to help your significant other, and they can't pay it. Now you stuck. I'm just saying. So how do we turn this back around and bring some levity back into our lives? Now, with all this, though, honestly, I do see this as a good year. And the reason I say that this is going to be a good year, because this is more or less a year of growth. And with this card, and being that, you know, with the water, there's really no water, although Oba is considered like like a shallow river, or like a brook, or babbling brook, more or less. She's more associated with that. I would encourage you to make sure you're drinking a lot of water this year. Good, clean water. I'm just going to leave it at that, okay? But I do see that this could be a year of tremendous growth. But, you know, growth and happiness is an inside job. And in order to turn this upright, and also tapping into your 5 senses to bring yourself back in balance, you can do that. You have the power to do that, but as all people, all things, you have to make that choice. So, Capricorn, are you going to choose to take your own inventory, more or less, and not someone else's, and be more discerning in the information you receive and the information you give, so that you can turn this situation around? Because I do have an oracle card here, and it says, enjoy growth and reap rewards. But the only way you can enjoy growth is if you do the work. What are you willing to do? How much are you willing to do? What are you willing to change? You know, only you can answer those questions. But as they say, you reap what you sow. But there's so much potential here. Look at this card. Look at all the green. She's holding the apple. All this lush green, all this growth. There's so much. And this is really a transition from to everyone. As I said, we're going into the age of Aquarius. I've been wanting to sing that song all day. Oh, and I won't do it right now. But look at all this green. Look at all the fruit. To me, I see there's so much potential. But you have to make that decision to be more flexible, fluid with yourself and with others. Also, you're being encouraged here to create space. Now, this is a suggestion. It's like when you get more in touch with yourself, you need to create space. Even create space in your mind when you feel yourself going over certain things over and over. You know, like you have to find a way to say, "Whoa, Sally, let's come back. Let's not think about what went wrong. You know, what she did, he did, she said. Let's think about what I want." And we have to create space in our minds, in our hearts, so those things can start to materialize and we can start to manifest those things. An outwardly way to tap into that vibration or that energy is like, okay, you're at home, you have in your garage, it's all cluttered. You clear out a little space and maybe set yourself up an easel and paint. I'm just saying. Or clear out that little area in that room that you have all that stuff and just go in there and do some yoga. Clear spaces so that, you know, you could have a little sacred time for yourself to get back into yourself and just appreciate some of the simple things. Like, look at this. It's like she just laid some eggs, the flowers, growth. Just like we were saying here, growth. To do, what are you willing to do for that growth? And those eggs, I'm not saying you're pregnant, but these are giving birth to new ideas, new approaches, a new way of being, a new way of doing things. But all of this is an inside job. And there is no crowning glory of achievement without first being victorious over inner conflict. The laurel tree. So I think this is so apropos. You have tapping into all of those things. That inner conflict is the inner control freak, the inner this. She did that. I deserve this. You know, blah blah blah. I'm just using those as examples. I don't know if that's your thing. But they're just examples of things that could just take us down a rabbit hole. So Capricorn, what can you do to get yourself out of that rabbit hole and realize you could be victorious once you more or less conquer your demons, or conquering the things that inner conflict that is within yourself. And then with that, you look at this. It's like this air. Air is still of the mind. And like I said, it could be of that season. Gemini is June. Libra is October. Aquarius is February. So we're in the age of Aquarius now. So this could really extend out. You know, nothing happens overnight. But change the way you think about things. In order to change the way you think about things, when you do that, it really starts at the lower chakra levels, which is your foundation. What makes you feel secure? Is that why, you know, maybe you cut your ear off to keep your man, or you cut someone else down because maybe you thought they were going to be better than you. What makes you feel secure? Once you get in touch with that, and we're dealing with this chakra right here, this second chakra, your emotions. How do you feel? How do you deal with relationships? Is that true what they say about most? And I know not all Cappies are quite that way, but they have been known to be climbers, and they have a reputation of climbing over other people. I'm not saying that's you. What I'm saying is, in order to do that, that means you really don't have any emotions. So, this is a year for you to really get into touch with your foundation, what makes you feel secure physically, and what makes you feel secure emotionally. which is going to have an impact on your thoughts, what's going to have an impact on the way you see things. And if that, as that evolves, as that change, as you grow, as you make space for yourself, as you deal with your inner conflict, as you overcome all the things that make you feel that self-doubt, the lack of trust, the pessimism, negativity, all those things, you could turn this, you can find yourself turning this up right, and that's more or less a good omen. There's hope here, there's peace of mind, there's generosity, there's openness. People are going to be open to you because maybe they see you now as someone they really can't trust. And I'm not saying they don't see you as someone they can't trust, because maybe they see you as someone they could use because their peripheral view is larger than yours. I'm just saying, I'm using that as an example because that's the only way that you would cut your ear off to try to keep a man, or sign a loan to try to keep somebody. I'm just saying. Because this is honestly, this is the year to clean up your credit. And it's not just with the bankers, this is with people. Clean up your credit and don't be greedy. So let me know what you think, because honestly, I see this as a beautiful thing, because I see the opportunity, I see the potential, I see that you can be victorious. But as all things, you have a choice. So Capricorn, please let me know what you think. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Like, share, subscribe, and give me a thumbs up. This is Sister Omi. Happy birthday, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Peace.